A trial for the bridegroom. Saraswati was the only child of a landlord. She had lost her mother when a baby. Naturally, her father was extremely indulgent towards her. Saraswati was sweet and innocent by nature. Every day, before the sunset set in, she would go out to their family sanctuary situated on a hillock and pass an hour gazing at the beautiful sunset. One evening, while sitting on the hillock, she marked that a young man was observing her from some distance. Thereafter, she saw the young man every evening for several days. A week passed. One day, the young man came near her and said, "My name is Bhupati, and I know you are Saraswati. To speak the truth, I am most eager to marry you. Will you please agree to satisfy my desire?" "You should talk about this to my father," said Saraswati, feeling shy, and she left the place. Next day, Bhupati met the landlord and expressed his desire to marry Saraswati. "I will give my decision after a few days. Please stay in my house for the time being," said the landlord. During his stay in her house, Bhupati mixed with Saraswati freely. It appeared that Saraswati was inclined to marry him. But after a few days, the landlord told Bhupati, "Young man, it will not be possible for you to marry my daughter. You may go." In the evening, Bhupati met Saraswati on the hillock and said, "Perhaps you know that your father has asked me to go away. He will not allow us to marry." "I know. I am sorry for it," answered Saraswati. "It is not enough to be sorry. Can't you flee with me?" proposed Bhupati. "Such a thought had never occurred to me. Supposing I do as you say, how do you propose to maintain me?" asked Saraswati. "I will take up some work somewhere and earn," said Bhupati. "I can't say anything today. Let us meet tomorrow," said Saraswati, and they parted. Next evening, Bhupati duly met Saraswati and asked, "What is your decision?" "I am willing to go away with you. Let us start forthwith," replied Saraswati. Both began to walk. They took to a path which passed through a forest. It was getting dark and Bhupati had no idea where to go. But soon Saraswati could see a beam of light coming from a solitary house in the forest. Both went near the house. The main door was open. They entered and saw an old man relaxing in a room. Bhupati peeped into the room. At that the old man said angrily, "What sort of conduct is it to enter my house without my leave?" "I am sorry, but I seek refuge here for the night." "Not possible here. Seek somewhere else." The old man dismissed Bhupati's appeal. "I have a young lady with me. Should you not take pity on us?" Bhupati pleaded. The old man calmed down. "All right," he said. "Let the lady sleep in the adjoining room which can accommodate only one. You may sleep on the veranda." Bhupati agreed to the arrangement. At midnight, Bhupati woke up at some sound. He listened carefully and understood that the sound came from the old man's room. He walked stealthily up to the window and spied into the room. There were three large trunks in the room. The old man was opening one after another and was scanning the content. He looked quite happy. Early in the morning, Bhupati told Saraswati what he saw at night. Then he whispered to her, "The old man should kick the bucket before long. What will happen to his wealth? Even now he does not make use of it, but gets satisfaction only by looking into it. There is no reason why we should not make the wealth ours and make proper use of it." When the old man came out of his room at the daybreak, Bhupati told him, "Grandpa, you have to bear with us for one more night. Tomorrow we will go away." The old man reluctantly agreed to the request. Bhupati spent the day roaming about while Saraswati remained in her room. At night, all three went to sleep. But as planned between Bhupati and Saraswati, at midnight, Saraswati called the old man out and said, "I don't see Bhupati anywhere. What might have happened to him? Will you please join me in looking for him?" The old man and Saraswati went out of the house. As soon as they did so, Bhupati, who was hiding behind the door, sneaked into the old man's room and kept himself busy with the trunks. Saraswati and the old man wandered in the open for a little. The old man called Bhupati loudly. Soon Bhupati came running to them and said that he was only taking a walk in the moonlight. The old man showed his irritation and then went to sleep. Bhupati told Saraswati, "We had been misled in thinking that the fellow had treasures in those trunks. I found nothing inside them excepting a few pieces of tattered clothes. Perhaps they belonged to his near and dear ones who are no more. The old man looks at them from time to time and feels happy." "I knew very well that there were no treasures in them," said Saraswati, giggling. "Why did you not tell me if you knew?" asked Bhupati, surprised. "I wanted you to realize that all you cared for in this world was money. My father was right in his impression of you. He said that you desired to marry me because you had an eye on our property. Lest I should not believe him, he gave me a chance to find out the truth myself. The old man was sent here ahead of us by my father. This house also belongs to us. Now you may go away. However, I wish you well." When the day broke, Saraswati returned to her father's house in the company of the old man. Bhupati went the opposite way. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Do provide your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.